Beautiful, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joesephyr. In today's video we're going to be doing some, well, practically non-existent pulls for Balthier. But, weirdly, they've actually changed things around a little bit. Like, where Golbez was originally placed on this banner, it's now Garland. So, Garland C90 doesn't really add a huge amount to his kit. It's just HP dumps and bigger brave gains between his skills. The generic kind of thing that you'd expect, although his EX now has a lot of HP dumps in it. Would I invest in Garland now? No. Even as somebody who loves him, like, I love Garland, you guys know I love Garland, OG villain, I'm very here for it. But as somebody who has his BT and not a lot of BT resources, probably wouldn't green him now, unless you plan on using him with the likes of Cloud of Darkness, at which point you probably don't need his BT for that anyway, and at least he's going to be able to carry his own in terms of helping Cloud of Darkness achieve their goals with their FR. But I already have all of that, so I pretty much have everything on these banners except for Balthier FR, and I'm not willing to go very heavy on this. Well, in fact, I'm not really willing to go in on this at all. So we're going to go in and do the event without Balthier FR, most likely. It's somewhere I can spend my daily draws alongside Aerith and just kind of pick and choose as I feel. Because I'm waiting for Minwoo, basically, and then we'll see how we go with that. I might throw some tickets at Arden and see how that goes, but past that, not super fussed about what's available right now. But before we carry on, I do always shout out one of my patrons over on Patreon so that I can show my thanks to each and every person that supports this channel, because it means a great deal to me that people continue to support this channel. We've been doing this nearly 2 years. We're just about to hit the 7,000 follower mark on Twitch. I've been trying to break out of this curse where I've been just under 20k followers on YouTube for the longest time. So hopefully we can hit that sooner rather than later, and maybe diversity. But diversity is what's going to help me do that. We'll have to wait and see. But today's shout out is going to be going to Gravekeepers4, who is one of my ultimate patrons. A massive thank you goes out to you, and they have Kryl on their title card, and I love drawing these, I really do, so thank you ever so much for those of you who take an interest in that. Considering opening up an Etsy store to do some prints and stuff like that, let me know in the comments below if that's something you're interested in. And yeah, that's going to be it from that. Enough about me, let's do this single daily draw and see what comes out of it. It's a blue orb, wonderful. With a Garland 35. Oh, Garland 15, sorry. That's all I'm willing to give this banner, and thank you very much for watching this part of the video. We'll be back, and we will tackle the Heretic mission. So thanks very much, and I'll see you in a bit. Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. I decided with this particular mission that I would take a older meta team, and I thought I wanted to pull Vayne back out because I thought it'd be fun. And then Yang, because he supports Vayne's FR really well. And Garnet, because, well, I like the fact that with Garnet's BT effect, you get your bravery back every turn, which means that Sid Rain's call is more valuable, and it just works very, very nice. Don't need a friend unit here, I don't think. It's just not necessary. The only reason you really use friend units these days is to, like, charge your FR gauge super quickly. So it just seems unnecessary, and these aren't particularly difficult, and we've got calls that can remove their buffs, so it should be fine either way. But you guys tell me, well, what do you think of friend units right now? I think that they're just unnecessarily really powerful. By the way, Whitey, if you're reading this message, you should get Seymour BT. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. I'm being shady, it's fine. Luckily, they don't actually do an awful lot here, so all I'm going to do here is Eternal Darkness this turn. Joe is trying to keep you with ultimate power. Doesn't Core also help with Vayne FR? Yeah, it does, but Yang... I wanted to use Yang, basically, to be quite honest. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use Vayne to just, like, push them as far back as I can. Using a combination of their of his LD, etc. Not only that, but I wanted to basically showcase that even if you don't have all of the busted characters like Tifa or Rinoa or anything like that, the game's still really easy. It's still really easy. Good planning and just knowing what you're doing with the game in general is always going to be more valuable than busted units. And to be fair, people still undervalue Vayne really badly, and I don't really know why. Is he as strong as your Tifas, etc.? No, but he's still going to get the job done. Trust and believe. So we're building up the gauge. If I wanted to, I could have taken a friend unit like Ludafreya or something and just like charged the FR gauge super quickly and made this really easy. But I decided I didn't want to do that. So let's just focus on B for now. Busted units save time. I mean, to be fair, we've been playing this game for less than an hour already. Do we really need to be saving more time? That's the question. And then I have the EX. And it's significantly more boring. See, but this is my issue. I don't like the fact that this game used to be able to present a challenge even when you were pulling for those characters. And I think that it's unfortunate that people feel punished for pulling for power. Because it's something that you shouldn't have to feel that way about, and I don't really understand why it's such a bad thing for some people. Morning, Malachi, how are you? Afternoon for me, morning for you. I mean, you guys tell me how you feel about it, because I do think that, unfortunately, we are at this point where, you know, people will prefer to use sort of like stronger characters, or they prefer challenge runs and stuff like that, and that's true of a lot of games, and I totally think that's valid. But for me, it's a case of I like being pushed to my limits, and I mean, I've said this so many times, like, you guys don't need to hear this from me again. Right, so they might get a turn here, but I've got Garnet up now, so it's not going to be difficult for me to push these guys back. I might summon just for the sake of getting them, getting the turns with the FR gauge charges. I think the idea of let's just inflate their HP and give away 8 players away to match the DPS was really bad, especially since our FR does way more than the enemies. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of, I do like the idea of the whole, the mechanics. I do think that they're quite cool. Oh, that's Holy Prayer. I wonder what that was. But the implementation of it is kind of... it's difficult. It's like, at the end of the day, it's not a shady thing as such. It's just one of those things where you just don't really know how they can go from here. I still don't have my EX up, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to summon and then use Peridot Thunderflash. I think it's the DFFOO is in a weird place between side game and main game. I personally am of the opinion that a mobile game should very rarely be a main game. Also, I think that descriptor is odd, purely because a game like this, one can't, you know, you can't physically spend that much time on it. Maybe when you just started, sure, but you can't really spend that kind of time on it when the game doesn't give you the content to make it more than an hour's playtime at a time. Like, people make the jokes of, oh, dead game when, but it was never designed to be that way. It was never been designed to be that way. It was a lot of fun for me when I did my first Lefenia back then, started on May this year. Then 5 months later, I'm getting less and less challenged and I have full rosters. Well, yeah, grind is a different situation, though. Grind is something that people either love about these kinds of games or despise. So it's always difficult to kind of, like, address that way. Imagine no foresight. I find that quite exciting. Like, obviously, Ever Crisis is coming around at some point, eventually. God knows when. But, you know, the fact that there's no foresight on that, I think that that's quite exciting. Where's Kick leave me? That's fine, you can stay there. See, the nice thing with Vayne as well is that you never really have to worry about turn count, like, at all. I'm not going to use Holy Prayer. I don't need it. I don't need it. So, realistically, what I need to be doing is... I mean, reading up on characters does do a lot. You know, I don't play JP and I do a lot of research on these things and I know pretty much how most characters work. Yeah, I get things wrong on occasion, but, you know, the same still works. I'm probably going to use Contempt again. Because then that way I can just keep pushing them further and further back. And the EX isn't doing anything for me anyway. And then Contempt again. And then at the end of this phase, of this damage set, I'll use his BT. Because if they get their charge up, that's fine. The turn rate became instantaneous. Well, it's lucky you ain't going to get one then, isn't it? It's lucky you ain't getting one. Oh, he's got his shield now, hasn't he? Oh, cheeky devil. Cheeky devil. I forgot about that. I didn't realise I was doing this much damage, to be honest. I actually didn't realise I was doing that much damage. Well, we'll push you back then in that case. And then... oh, well, this should take a bit off. Well, with any luck, if I use the BT attack here... yeah, just go BT attack here. Because that's going to then push him back, but I have calls to sort that out, so it's fine. It's like, you have your bravery. You have it. I need it. You good. I didn't realise I'd pushed him down to 79% already. And then he's going to get his call. Yeah, that's fine, because then I can just remove it. So, Faris, can you come and do me a favour, love? Thanks. Thanks, love. Love you, girl. Bye. And then Oboro Strike. And then this turn I might use... calls, etc., just because it means that I can then go into hopefully enough time where I don't allow him to take an extra turn. Granted buffs, brave damage resist, that's fine, you carry on. Honestly, I'm more concerned about them getting their 80% than anything else. Hi Goose, how are you? Like, that's fine. How much are they getting from that? Okay, so, in that case... ooh, how do I want to do this? Because they're going to gain stuff in a bit, so if I do that... I think I'm going to have... well, I have to Tides of Fate here. And then, hopefully, I'll get my 100% before they get there. Yeah, we should be alright. We should be fine. I sit there saying how easy it is. It's actually quite nice to be able to kind of go, oh, do you know what? Actually, there's some changes that need making here. Peridot's fine. Yeah. And then, at this point, it's going to be a case of use Contempt again. Because I need the full stacks here. I need the 3 levels of Conqueror's Power. And then, yeah, and then we'll be fine. So, Contempt. $97. Come along now, dear. Stop it. I need you to get that before they get 80%, please. Preferably. Force of Will. Do it over here. You better get it before they get 80%. Vayne, don't disappoint me now. Don't do this to me. I think we'll be alright. I think we'll be alright. Just. He's pushing it. He's definitely pushing his luck. So, go with Buff Keep, actually. There we go. It was like, come on now. Don't do this to me. So, yep, God's Slaughter, God's Laughter. Gotta love it. Oh, don't. Let's not go into the whole... Let's not go into the British government. Let's not. It's a joke. We all know it's a joke. Let's not do this. Yeah, I was hoping that I'd have the BT effect for a bit longer. I would have cast it later if I thought that it was going to do that quite so inefficiently. And then we start... Well, we're going to need to get a couple of turns here with it, so... Force of Will. At least we haven't got to worry about them getting their bits from that. Now, luckily... I'm gonna like have to live without it for a bit, but it's fine. Then B. Oh shoot! No, wait. Forgot about this. Heavenly Fist. I actually forgot about that. Need that. Yeah, no, I've been using Faris and Balthier calls to do it. Just asking, did I happen to see the Silent Hill trailer? I did, very exciting. Lots of stuff for horror fans at the moment, which is very exciting stuff. Love that. Maybe what I should have done is gone straight into... what was I going to say? Into the BT phase straight off the bat. Because this is going to be a little bit hairy now. But, I mean, I might be able to kill one of them, and then if I can kill one of them, then I can just push the other one back until they can't do anything anymore. I mean, damage is not an issue. Damage is not an issue. Right, so I've got 4, so how many turns have I still got of that? 3? 4. Okay, that's fine. That's good enough for me. So, burst. A new FF16 trailer just dropped. Oh, really? That's cool. So, let's start pushing. Well, once we finish that, we'll have a look at that together, shall we? That'll be fun. Dead Space Remake, I'm very excited about. Very, very excited about that. Callisto Protocol, Resident Evil 4, System Shock Remake as well. Loads I'm excited for about that. Right, let's see if we can get this damage in. Force of Will again. See if we can push it as high as we can before we end up going LDFR. We might need to charge it a second time, but if we do, it's not the end of the world. There's just so many games coming out these days, isn't there? It's just crazy how much is going on. At least Garnet's going to get some extra bits in here, which is cool. So, Force of Will, if you could, please. Vayne doing Vayne things. I mean, once they get their HP, like, all I have to do is just, like, take it back down again with the Faris call I have left over, and it'll be fine. Yeah, these guys don't have a lot of health. They really don't have that much health at all. Well, I can get it to pretty hefty amounts of damage here, so we're good. We should be fine. I might have to do a second FR phase, but that's because I messed up, basically. So yeah, so we'll do one more Force of Will so that we can definitely get as much damage as we can out of all that. Although, one thing I do worry about is the fact that I've got loads and loads of turns on Vayne. Because of his Conqueror's power buff. Well, no, he shouldn't have that many, actually. We should be alright, thinking about it. So, Contempt. May as well use that. I've run out of his BT buff, which is unfortunate. But we're still doing good damage, so it's okay. And we're still getting the re-breaks. So that one's pretty much done. That's not a problem. And I'm actually going to, like, just focus the other one. But I've basically skipped one of the shields. And then God's Laughter. Yeah, but this is my point. Like, they've got so little HP that even if, you know, I'm making this harder for myself by not taking the current units. But these guys will do the job just fine. Rinoa, Luna, K. Yeah. Like, but this is the thing. I think the majority of people will do that. And that's totally fair. Like, the majority of people are going to do that. And I'd be surprised if that one on the left isn't dead at this point. Save the effort for Crevasse. I mean, that's still 90 million. That's one down. And we still get an attack from there. And we should get one from Garnet as well. And that's, do you know what? That's all fine. That's all actually fine. So what I'm going to do here... I don't want a great aim because they're about to get 80%. So what I will do here is I'll just Peridot. And then, yeah, they're going to get a turn here. And I actually only have 3 turns on Vayne's one. So that's not actually too bad. Twin Wing Frenzy should be fine. Now I only have the HP poison to worry about. Oh, I should have saved... yeah, no, you're right. I should have saved Balthier LD call for that. So there we go. Granted buffs. So we'll have those, please. Hey, Otilatron, how are you? So basically now all I have to worry about is making sure that I do as much damage as I can and not obviously die to this force attack. If I do, then I'll start it again and I'll take different calls, but... Okay, the shield's gone already, so that's good. He's about to get another one back, though, so I'm going to have to be careful. Oh, there's Immaculate Judgment as well, so I've lost the BT effect. Yeah, we're going to watch that all together afterwards. That'll be quite fun, I think. So let's just push him as far back as we can. Because the fact that he's got all of these nasty turns, we want to make sure that he doesn't keep them. Oh, I've just realised. No, I'm not going to do that. I need to make sure I keep hold of my bravery, because he's going to get 100%. Now, luckily... Oh yeah, he's got his burst effect still. That's a thing. So, Force of Will again. We need to push him... What I want to do is push him so that he gets his shield and everything before Yang's turn, so that I can then take it away with the Faris call I still have. Right, that's fine. Yeah, that's all good. And then... Oh, okay, I still have another one of these. Not going to break it, but it doesn't matter. Get some damage in. He's getting his force ability. That's okay, as long as it doesn't kill me. Yeah, that's fine. We can deal with that. So what I'm going to do here is instead, I'm just going to have to take loads of turns doing stuff with that. So Joesephyr. And then we're just going to have to just use up a bunch of turns, basically. Burn that through. Which should be easy enough, to be honest. He's under 20%, so we're not going to have to deal with that anymore. So we just need to burn through some of these skills that we have. So what I will do is kick recovery. And Spellblade Swords Dance. That does dispel, doesn't it? Please tell me that dispels. Doesn't dispel, does it? Oh, Faris. No, it doesn't dispel. Oh, well, that was silly of me, wasn't it? I thought it did. Goes to show that Joe needs to pay more attention, apparently. Focus? Where's that? Oh, that gives me an extra turn. Brilliant. Love that. So, basically, I need to make it so that Holy Prayer, if it heals everything, the only thing I then have to... I basically need to burn through all these turns before I kill him, so that he doesn't get to do anything else. Actually, if I just kick recovery again... Yeah, kick recovery... And then Oboro strike. I don't know. He's lost his shield now, at least. So where's kick leave me? Where he is. Good. Because then I've burnt it on him already. So that's fine. Then the only person I have to worry about, really, is Vayne. Which isn't going to be a drama. So if I just go Brave Regen boost all... Like, I'm making it so it takes forever to do all of this, but at the same time, I'm in no danger of getting killed. Like, none. So, this, like, Vayne will burn through his own things. He's fine. So just, yeah, force of will your way to victory on that one. Because this guy's not getting a turn. Basically, this would have been fine had I not messed up the FR phase, like, or the burst I used it too early. Otherwise, it would have been fine. So if I do this, and then I think the right call is for me to go buff keep. Which sounds stupid, but I'm burning away this this poison. And then I shall do the same thing with Garnet, and then I'll Holy Prayer, and then it's done then. So Force of Will, because that's going to push him further back. Actually, if I'd been intelligent again, what I could have done is used Sid Rain's call to pull Garnet forward. I really enjoy Stranger of Paradise. I actually really enjoy Stranger of Paradise. I think it's really fun. I mean, your EX is fine. Go for it. It's kind of a halfway point between the two. Right, so now I just have to figure out how to burn these. Oh, well, that's annoying. What is the poison going to be like? Because I don't plan on letting him get another turn after this. So if I just Brave Regen boost, because I don't really want to have to let him get another turn. Where does that leave you in the turn order? Oh, that's actually fine. That's actually fine. So if I Peridot Thunderflash, that's going to push her up, and then all I then need to do is use Force of Will again. Oh no, because apparently it's decided to be a dick and it's moved her turn around in a different direction. Rude. So I'm going to have to Contempt now. Yeah, Neo is the closest comparison for sure. Neo is definitely the closest comparison. Do you see that? Like, where Garnet... I only ever have this issue with Garnet, where her turns will just jump around and make no sense as to the direction that they're going in. And then I'll just Force of Will away the rest of it. I'd run out of the burst effect, but I'm about to get FR, so it's fine. Yeah, Neo is the most... is the closest comparison. Yuna as well. See, yeah, I get it with Garnet more than anybody else. It's quite annoying, I have to say. And then I'll just LD with Yang. Yeah, I found Neo to be quite obnoxious as opposed to difficult. Whereas I think Souls, you often find, like, if you mess up, it's your fault. Whereas in Neo, it's different. Right, so at this point we can just use a Boro Strike, and then on Garnet's turn, I can use Holy Prayer, and then we're good to go. So there we go. Me turning around and saying how easy it is and everything like that. I could eat my own words. But, well, I say that. It's long-winded, but it's still not difficult. And this is me actively trying to shoot myself in the foot with my what I'm taking to it. Excited for the new Lords of the Fallen. Oh, I'm not really fussed about that one, to be honest. And then Peridot. Yeah, Peridot's fine. At this rate, I might not even need... but, like, look. Okay, I'm at max HP. 30 turns. It doesn't look like 30 turns, but this is Vayne we're talking about here. So at this point, I may as well just go straight into God's Laughter. It's God's Slaughter. I just like calling it God's Laughter. I was hoping to not have to use a second FR phase, but I messed up. So it's fine. You guys know I have no problem showcasing me messing up. I'm probably just going to do another run with this with Tifa and just have a laugh about it. So get those breaks. So we get, what, 40% from that? 48%. And then another 5% from there. Yeah, this is done. Oh, go on, Garnet. Get a little chippy in. Go for it. You go, girl. You good. And then what I'll do is I'll just use Garnet to finish it up with Eternal Darkness, probably. Unless it dies now. Force of Will. More Force of Will. The only button that Vayne uses. Valkyrie Elysium, I think, has a lot of really good, like, core gameplay. It reminds me a lot of the kind of old school, like, late PS2, early PS3 era action games, which I kind of love. Like, I'm not looking for an Oscar-winning experience with that game, but yeah. But yeah, there we go. Done. And this is the thing, is that I was in no danger. Like, even though it looked like I was, it's just a case of, like, well, I've got to outlast this debuff now. But we had Garnet. So, it is what it is. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. Do you take... Like, it's a question that I wanted to ask people in the comments and that, actually. Do you tend to take just the easy road when it comes to that? Like, would you have taken Rinoa or Tifa and just been done with it? Or would you prefer... Do you prefer taking more challenging runs? Because I think that there are people on both sides of the fence, but I'm curious to hear from you what you guys think of that. So, let me know. Thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.